Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships, and we are here with another weekly live stream. I hope everything's going well. Today we're going to go through some scholarships, and if you have any questions, you might ask them on the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. So I'm here, joined by Yan Lee, the founder of the Global Scholarships. Yan, hi. How are you?
Hello,
How are things?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Um, so should we start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So today, we are going to start with um, our new scholarships that we didn't feature in our videos, and the first one will be graduate assistantships at California Institute of Technology. Now, this is a master's and PhD degree scholarship program in California Institute of Technology. There are no specific nationalities or subjects you need to go for or you need to have. Uh, the deadline is December 15th, 2023. Now, this is a graduate assistantships, which means you will be either like doing a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship. I believe sometimes it could be a little bit of both. I'm not sure about that on this particular scholarship. Now it covers tuition fees, a monthly stipend, and since you will be a research and or teaching, you will be doing an assistantship. You will have annual 2 week vacation and institute holidays, and of course you will have health insurance, which is quite important in the USA. Now, there's no specific eligibility criteria for this scholarship program. You just need to be an international master's and or PhD student at the university. Now, let's first get a little bit more information on the institute with our uh, link. Now, this, as you can see, this is a very exclusive school. There are just 2,400 people, but it means when you get in that you are a little more likely than other schools to get scholarships, and there are three different scholarships. I believe it's one for undergraduate scholarship, uh, for undergraduate students, and two for graduate students. One of them is graduate assistantships, which we will see. Now, for this school, average master's tuition fee is around $56,000 per year. Now, this scholarship completely takes care of it. You do not have to pay tuition fees, and you can here see our like deadlines for both bachelor's and masters. Also, we have here both bachelor's and master's admissions page, where we can find more information about the school in general, about the institution. Now let's go and see more about the assistantships. Now, as I said, there are like teaching assistantships, which usually requires 20 hours per week. Not only teaching, but also like related activities like class preparation and stuff. And you cannot be a teaching assistant in a course for which you have enrolled. And there are like different policies here. You can see more about them on these um, links pages, and there are also other financial aids too. For example, like student loans or other like I believe there's also a financial aid for graduate scholarships for graduate students. Um, so this is the graduate assistantship program. and there are, as you can see, all the information you need about this scholarship is in our page here. Jan, do you have anything you want to add?
Sure. So graduate assistantships at Caltech, Caltech is a research universities, and so they do have a lot of masters and PhD students. And as you have said, it is uh, divided into teaching assistantships and research assistantships. And regarding TAs, what they usually do is that they, grade papers or um, have tutoring sessions, things like that, so that um, they can help out the professor. So that's what the teaching assistant is. And for research assistantships, what they do is the professors get grants for a project, and they give those grants to the students so that they can do the project. So those are the two types of graduate assistantships, and usually same thing as other institutions. PhD students get the first steps at the graduate assistantships, and then if they have funding left over and they need more people, they'll fund master's students.
Right. Okay, so um, let's move on to the second one then. The second scholarship in our list is, let's see, it's MSU Presidential Scholarship at Montana State University. This is for bachelor students in Montana State University. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities or specific subjects. And the deadline for admission is November 15th, and deadline for scholarship is December the 1st. It's full funding, so it covers whole like 4 years, up to 4 years of tuition, up to 4 years of stipends, and other unique incentives here. Now, about the criteria, you must be entering in the fall semester. You need to be a full-time student entering the fall semester. Now, let's get a little more information on the university first. Now, it's in United States. There are around 17,000 students, and there are 4 different scholarships, as you can see, and 2 of them is for graduate students, and which is like including MSU Presidential Scholarship, and 2 for graduate students. Now, for undergraduate students, average bachelor's tuition fee is $29,000 per year. This scholarship completely takes care of that, but it's not guaranteed. Like I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, but first let's see admissions page, where you can get more information on how to apply, how to become a student here. Now, about the scholarship we have here. Now, there are 2 international undergraduate scholarships here. One is International Undergraduate Merit-Based Scholarship. The other is MSU Presidential Scholarship. Now, there isn't a lot of information here, but if you go to Honors Scholarship, you can get more information here. And as you can see, for the Presidential Scholarship, first of all, you need to have a GPA like that is higher than 3.7, and like also you need to routinely have a GPA that is higher than 3.9, and you should be like the top 3% in your class. So this is a very competitive scholarship, and I believe like if any point at any point you lose this like competitive academic performance, it can be cancelled. So this is a very in my opinion, very like beneficial, a very good scholarship, but also a very competitive scholarship. And there's also, as you can see, a lot of like a lot of information here. A lot of like this is they see it as the like one of the most distinguished academic awards. Like there are a lot of like recent presidential scholars have gone on to receive such renowned awards as the Goldwater, Truman, Rhodes, Marshall, and Mitchell scholarships. This is a very like competitive program, and you are also the ambassador of the university. So if you are interested in that, you need to be accepted to Montana State University. You need to be accepted as a fall semester student, and then you need to go through the application. And here we have the steps to do that. First, like apply to MSU and then get your ID number, and then go, and maybe we can do a like a tutorial on this if you're interested. So all the necessary steps are here in our page, and it's a very good, a very competitive uh, scholarship. Jan, do you have anything you want to add here?
Sure. So that MSc President Scholarship is a merit-based scholarship. So you need, the 3.9 plus GPA in order to be competitive for this scholarship. So if you are valedictorian, which is, first in the class, second in the class, valedictorian, or just top 3%, then you should you have a good chance of applying and of getting accepted. And also, if you have any SAT or ACT scores and it is high enough, I would say 1500 SAT or 33 for the ACT. If you have those stats, then it will make your application to the scholarship, president scholarship, easier, better. So, and I think you said that you will lose the scholarship, like you have a chance of losing the scholarship, but I think that the 3.9 plus GPA that applies for the high school GPA. And I do think that there's with this kind of merit scholarship, there's like 3.0 GPA criteria or things like that in order to get the scholarship, but in order to obtain the scholarship, but it's not very high, I believe. So it depends on the scholarship. I'm not sure what the criteria for this one is, but how do
Um,
I?
okay, I
Yeah,
may
what are the rules for renewal? What does it say? It
oh
says, if I am awarded a scholarship, what are the rules for renewal? You
yep,
see
right
that?
here. Yeah, presidential scholars must complete 32 credit hours per academic year and maintain a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.5 pro scholars. Yeah, I think this one here.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to
Right.
maintain a 3.5 GPA throughout the entire
Yeah.
scholarship, like entire 4 years, and must be continuously enrolled as full-time students and are expected to be active members of the honors college. So
Yeah.
there are
So
more
as
information here, by the way, like how much are these scholarships worth, what's the application process. I really recommend you to check the frequently asked questions. Uh, yes, did you have anything to say?
Yeah, so yeah, they do these kind of scholarships usually have a minimum GPA for renewal, but it's not very high. So 3.5, if you've done 3.9 and are top three of your class, then 3.5 should be
Right.
fairly easy for you because you've been performing so well in high school.
Yes. But also, like it's not just about, in my opinion, about academic performance, like your GPA, but they also see you as like a representative of the university. Like your entire behavior, your entire approach to the school also matters. As I mean, it also says here that hang on, that you're expected to be an active member of honors college. So some of these like merit-based scholarships also require that sort of like devotion, dedication. That is also, I guess, important. So, is there anything other than this you want to add, or should we go to our next scholarship?
Yeah, I think we can go to our next scholarship.
Okay, great. Now, this third one is Global 30 Undergraduate Scholarship at Nagoya University in Japan. This is again for bachelor students. It is full funding, no specific nationalities, no specific subjects. The deadline is December 31. Now, it covers tuition fees for 4 years. And now, this I'm going to go like, this is not a registration fee. I don't want it to be like mistaken. I don't want people to be mistaken about this. It is not application fee. You do not get your application fee back. It's a registration fee, because when you get into the school, there's a registration fee you need to pay, and then if you get the scholarship, you get that registration fee back, and also you have an annual stipend of 500,000 Japanese yuans for 4 years. Now, this to be able to apply for the scholarship, you should be a non-recipient of government or private scholarship that is worth more than 500,000 Japanese yuans annually. So let's get a little more information on the university. As you can see, this is the only scholarship in the school. It has 15,000 around students, and this is a bachelor student, so we can go. This is a bachelor scholarship, so we can go and see about this. You can here get more information. Study abroad programs, global 30 international programs, and courses, international affairs, and stuff. But also, let's go and take a look at the scholarship. Now, this is interesting. They have like a living expenses and tuition kind of thing here. Oh, hang on. There's just one more thing I want to see first. Okay. Yes. Here, the bachelor's average tuition fee is about 500,000 yuans, and it's about 3,600 US dollars per year. So this is the average tuition fee, yearly tuition fee. The scholarship pays for that, and also you get a stipend, yearly stipend of 3,600, around 3,600 US dollars. And here you can see there are living expenses like accommodation, utility, food, and like totaling around monthly 100,000 Japanese yuans. And there are scholarships here. You can get more information on, like common and for undergraduate students. Here we can see global 30 undergraduate scholarships and how to apply. As you can see, there are like steps here, and this scholarship includes the tuition fee, and you here, yeah, right here is the right, non-refundable registration fee, one-time payment at admission. So this is like 282,000 Japanese yuans, which should be around like I guess $1,700. You pay this, but if you get the scholarship, they pay that back to you. And also there's application fee, 5,000 Japanese yuan, which also should be around like $35. You do not get that back. You do not get back the application fee. And then you get around 500,000 Japanese yuan for every year. Now, if you can see here that your expected monthly living cost, is like around like 86 to 106,000 Japanese yuans. So like this stipend based on this account, like based on this calculation, should be like providing at least the half of your living costs entirely. So it looks like a very good scholarship, and you can get more information about both the scholarship and what happens after you're enrolled, like responsibilities, a good academic standing, being an ethical leader, and being a student ambassador and stuff. There are more information about both the school and the scholarship here. Jan, do you have anything you want to add?
Looks like a really good scholarship. So
Yeah.
that, in Japan, yeah, Japan is good for a good number of studies, the sciences, engineering, and things like that. And it looks like a really good scholarship at a really good university. And I believe that it is English speaking courses, right?
Hang on. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen anything.
Okay.
Maybe if you can see here, but I'm not sure about that. Also, you have the application process here, the application form,
Mhm.
income statement, and the whole steps you need to go through to apply. And I guess that's it for this one.
Yeah, I think that it is English speaking courses because it says global, 30 undergraduate scholarships are global. I can assume that
Right.
it is English speaking. So
Okay, I did not have that information, so okay. So I mean, I've heard that in like Japan, there are a lot of schools and programs and institutions that you can like just go and learn without knowing any Japanese, like just with speaking English. So yeah, I guess that's. Should we move on to the next one?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Next one is international scholarship at University of Sydney. This is a master's and PhD scholarship at University of Sydney. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities, no specific subjects, and the deadline for admission is January 5, and the deadline for scholarship is November 24th. Now, as you can see, it covers. Now it says $41,000 annually for full tuition fees and living expenses. I'm not sure. Yeah. It's 41,000 Australian dollars. So there are no specific eligibility criteria. And if we go to universities page, it's a very large school. University of Sydney, like 73,000 students, and there are 5 scholarships. And if we go down here, like 4 of them are for undergraduate students and 3 for graduate students. Now, average bachelor's tuition fee is 48,000 Australian dollars per year, and here are the like United States dollar numbers. I'm sorry. And for international students, for like masters and PhD students, I believe it's the same. We can go here and see their admissions page. Yeah, you can get more information here, like general process, choosing a course, checking your eligibility, gathering documents, checking your finances, submitting your application and stuff, and sorry, optional steps like applying for credit and applying for scholarship. Now let's go and find the scholarship page. There is not a huge amount of information here, if I'm being honest. It's for international postgraduate research students. It's $40,000, and it's all year. Like there are deadlines and how to apply. You can follow the steps here if you are a current student, and benefits are pretty much it. It's pretty much very straightforward. Like every year you get 40,000 the Australian dollars, and this is like for tuition fees and living costs. You must be commencing or enrolled, and academic achievement and research potential, and you must have an unconditional offer of admission. A lot of schools actually have this. I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of information on about like conditional and unconditional admission, but a lot of scholarships require you to have an unconditional admission. So that's pretty much it. There are like terms and conditions, the benefit, how to like what do you need to go through, and like what happens in the termination. So not a lot of information here, if I'm being honest. Hyun, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, so conditional and unconditional offer, those are two different types of offers that a student might get. And unconditional offer is basically what it sounds like. It's not based on any condition, so you're admitted, period. Conditional offers are given to those students whose admissions like applications is kind of iffy. So maybe they have low GPA, or maybe they have low scores, or maybe they have some, you know, mm, some kind of things that the admissions committee says, oh, this students might not be, good fit. So it can so conditional offers can happen both ways. So like let's say if you need to have certain score, let's say TOEFL of 100 before you get admitted. So if you do not have TOEFL of 100, then your admissions is canceled. So that's based on the condition that your TOEFL score is higher than 100. I just gotten the example of TOEFL, but it can be happen before admission or after admission. So let's say you need to have a 3.5 GPA, on A or higher, or B or higher on certain classes, or on certain set of classes. So let's say I've studied mathematics in undergraduate and I've applied for masters in mathematics. Let's say I did not take any discrete, let's say linear algebra. So in my undergraduate classes, I didn't take linear algebra. So, but uh, University of Sydney requires linear algebra. So they might say, oh, your all the applications are good, so you're admitted. But if you do come to University of Sydney, you need to get B or higher for linear algebra, something like that. So it can happen before or after admission. So there is a difference between conditional and unconditional offer.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so if you like for to be able to apply for this scholarship, you need to be like admitted. Period. No reservations. No like other things that you need to go through first or something. Okay. Great. It's great to know. So should we go to our next scholarship?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Now the next one is Undergraduate English and French Program Scholarships at Shanghai Jiao University. Now this is again a bachelor's degree scholarship. It's full funding. Well, I'll get to that. There are no specific nationalities. There are no specific subjects. The admission deadline is November 10. Now, I said it's kind of full funding because there are three different classes of scholarships here. Like third class scholarship covers 25% of tuition fees and insurance, but I believe this is not 25% of both tuition fees and insurance, but 25% of tuition fees and the entirety of insurance. Second class scholarship covers 50% of tuition fees and gives you an accommodation subsidy worth of 1,000 Chinese yuans per month, and insurance and tuition fees. And I'm sorry, the first class scholarship completely covers your tuition fees, gives you a living allowance worth of 2,500 Chinese yuans per month, and the accommodation subsidy and the insurance. Now, I'll get to that in a minute, but first, to be able to like eligible for this scholarship, you need to be not a recipient of any other scholarship, and you need to be officially admitted to the university. Now, if we can go to the university page here, as you can see, it's in Shanghai, China. Around 30,000 students and 4 different scholarships we have here. Now, 2 of them is for undergraduate students, and 2 of them are for graduate students. Now, the average bachelor's tuition fee is around 24,000 Chinese yuans. It's about like $3,500. So, which means 2,500 Chinese yuans that you get per month is about like $350. But if I'm not mistaken, it's about like the minimum wage in China, if I'm not mistaken, and that so if you like, this is 3,500 US dollars. So if you get like third class scholarship, you pay like 75% of this, so you get just like around like $800. If you are in the second class scholarship, you get like $1,700, and if you're in the first class scholarship, all of this is taken care of. So we can see the admissions page here. Again, not a lot of information, just general steps. Now here under scholarships, undergraduate, we have undergraduate scholarship programs. This is undergraduate Chinese, and this is undergraduate English and French program, the one we are looking for, as you can see. Or, of course, you can reach this by going through here from our Global Scholarships page. As you can see, there are 3 different boxes here, sets of boxes here: a first class scholarship, second class scholarship, third class scholarship. Now, criteria for these is you need to first like complete your application procedure, which is done through Common App system. Now, Common App is a platform that lets you apply to different universities. Now, if you are like interested in that, we have made a tutorial on our channel about how to apply to Cornell University. Now, Cornell also uses Common App platform. So if you're interested, you can go and check. They are pretty much the same. Different universities can have different questions that you want to answer through during the application process, but application steps and the platform is pretty much the same. So you need to complete your application through that, and then you need to be like admitted to the university and not be like a recipient of another scholarship, and the provide relevant English language certificate, and then you apply through the Chinese embassy or consulate, and you can get more information on how to do that, how to apply for the scholarship here. Then you like application process. You can get more information on that on our page. Like you need online application form, proof of English proficiency. You need to like apply through the application common app system, and then you can just like follow these steps. Jan, do you have anything to add about this scholarship?
Oh, sure. So I was kind of surprised that they are using Common App because that is an application that is used primarily in the United States.
Mm.
So like the Chinese universities using the Common App, that was common application. That was a surprise to me. Um, I guess it is good that students can use the Common App so that they can use that Common App to apply to Chinese universities, to apply for US universities. And I believe that there are some in the UK that uses Common App for um, maybe not the UK because they have UCAS, but maybe in places like Europe, maybe they have universities that uses Common App so that they can apply to those universities as well. So it is good to see that a lot Chinese universities are also using the Common App. Makes it easier for the students.
Right. So that's pretty much it on the scholarships this week. And I don't believe we have any questions in the chat to answer. Um, so, is there anything else you want to go through? Anything else you want to talk about? Or should
I
we
think,
just call it?
yeah, I think we can call it. So thank you so much for
Yes.
hosting the live stream.
No,
I wish
thank
that
you.
we could have
Likewise.
gotten more questions. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe in the future
it's
we'll have more questions.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and
Um,
thank you
so
very much for
yeah,
joining me. So thank you for anyone who have had joined us today, and anyone who will watch this VOD in the future until the end, I guess. So that's it from us today. Uh, so bye.
bye bye.